Biblical Odyssey. In this game, you are tasked with selecting a biblical hero and navigating them around the board, collecting other biblical heroes and returning them to their proper place in history. In this game, I'll be doing a basic introduction for this pitch, be rules and gameplay, description, pieces, players, and ways to win, time periods and characters, as well as the end game and why this game works now. Biblical history. Biblical Odyssey through time. Right here we have the game board. Players will move around the board from the center and navigate to the outer edges. Each color represents a different era or time in history and will pose different biblical questions and challenge the players as they move around the board. Rules and gameplay descriptions. Players begin by choosing from a pool of 6 biblical characters. These characters are Paul, Esther, Moses, Eve, Deborah, and David. The 2 to 4 player game centers around time travel adventure where players race to return lost characters to their original timelines before their opponents during the game. Players move across the board, landing on different event tiles that trigger a mix of challenges, questions, or encounters. Some events work in the player's favor, while others can delay or redirect their journey along the way. Players will meet minor characters who are also displaced in time. Once rescued, these characters can join the player's team and provide additional abilities or bonuses that can be strategically used throughout the game. The winning condition is to be the first player to successfully bring 4 characters, major or minor, back to their rightful places in time. As I said before, the colors represent biblical worlds and the types of questions the players will answer. The worlds in this game are represented by the colors. Will be named Genesis World, which will have Flood, Babel, and Abraham's Test. Exodus World, which will have questions from Pharaoh, Plague, and Desert Wandering. Kingdom World, which will have questions on Goliath, Exile, and Fiery Furnace. Prophecy World will have questions on beasts and false prophets, while Revelation Worlds has Final Trials and Clock Disaster. The players take their players around the board and return them to their proper place in history, avoiding and accomplishing different challenges, questions, and or encounters. Some work in their favor, while others can delay or redirect their journey entirely. They can also collect minor characters throughout the game, and they can return them. They will join their team and assist them as they go along the board. Players' interactions and interesting details. Character choice. Players can select which major Bible characters to play as, each with unique powers and story-based abilities. Race against time. The game combines a racing element with strategic direction or strategic decision-making and who can restore time first. Time travel mechanic movement events are tied to shifting eras and creating dynamic challenges each round. Each faith and fun combined and entertaining experience lets players learn about biblical and historical figures while leading and strategizing. Ability stacking. Rescue minor characters adds new players' strategy as players gain new skills from the abilities they bring home. This is also where they get to the winning aspect of the game, where they have to return their character and 3 others in order to win the game. Now, there are some player interactions during the game that you'll find interesting. Players engage through friendly competition where abilities can both help themselves or hinder others. Certain titles or abilities might also allow players to swap places with their player, temporarily block a path, trade or steal minor characters, collaborate on shared event challenges. The questions will be formatted in the way of these. Some event tiles prompt questions-based challenges inspired by biblical events or general knowledge about the characters, time periods. Examples include, what covenant did God make with Noah after the flood? Which empire was Paul imprisoned under? True or false? Was Deborah prophesied and a judge? Pitfalls for losing players. Time warp sent back a few spaces or to a previous timeline. Lost connection to temporarily lose one of the minor character's allies. This would force the player to have to collect another character and try to return them. So in a sense, puts them backwards in the gameplay. Freeze in time, which would be a fun way to skip a turn. And the paradox penalty. Lose or resource or ability due to altering the wrong part of history. Thank you. Final notes on why I think this is a good game to release now and what makes it stand apart. With today's production technology and the new advances in AI, we can now make this game out of high quality material and make it feel heavy and ancient while keeping costs low. Along with that, we can also generate a lot of depth and variety of questions in the game using AI. I think this is a very interesting game and it has a lot of potential and a lot of different directions it could go in as far as the challenges. And I believe that having the characters set up the way they are allows people to move through history in a interesting way. And the very long list of minor characters they have to collect creates a variety in the game that I think will be a lot of fun. And the movement of characters from one player to another as they try to collect four players and make it around the board to return them back to history and achieve victory in the game will allow the entire group of people playing the game to learn a lot about the Bible. This has been my pitch for Scattered Through Time. Sorry I went over a little bit.